What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Civilization 5, the AI-only reverse colonization game. Some big things going on at the moment. I can't even remember, I've forgotten, but I'm pretty sure I was moaning last video that there wasn't much going on. And then some things started, California's slowly being broken down, very, very slowly. But quite interestingly, oh yeah, the Sioux are about to settle another city too, which is pretty cool. Brazil are out here now, which is good for them because they're about to get killed in South America, probably. Chile have made a real mess of this. But Samoa have got planes. I didn't even notice this. And quite a big navy, including some destroyers and battleships even. They probably don't have the oil to make all their ships. Battleships, destroyers, whatever. So I don't know how that will go for them. But maybe Samoa could come forth, which is pretty impressive. And I'm rooting for Samoa from now on. Buccaneers haven't let me down. They're not dead, but they haven't been. They're not up there competing. I'd be surprised if Samoa could catch the Sioux or the big three: the Sioux, Shoshone, Argentina, unless obviously one of them gets killed by the other. That applies to the Northern American Civs. But other than that, Canada just declared war on Brazil. A lot of people at war with Brazil because they're about to be finished off. Well, they're not because they're in Africa. I forgot already. Other than that, it's still pretty quiet. It is still quiet. The Sioux are getting over here. What the? Why is it? This is proof of aliens, isn't it? This is it. This is aliens have put this here. No one else could have done that. I presume they're everywhere. They're like crop circles. I presume someone's just gone around with an archaeologist doing this everywhere. I don't know why they've been building landmarks, but they can. They want to do whatever you want, whoever that is. There's another one here, sort of in Russia. I don't see any more. Spot the landmark. Yeah, I don't see any more. There is a Shoshone submarine just hiding under the ice. Let's hope there's no. Where's my submarine? I probably should have put mine. Wait, where is mine? I have not. Mine's up here. I probably should have put it like not near. Probably should have put it in Europe because I presume Shoshone borders will eventually get up there. Maybe. Hopefully not. The Sioux did settle. There we go. Another city straight in for population due to their ideology. They're looking good in Northeast Africa. So they've got an army of workers that have sort of got lost along the way. But they'll figure it out and start walking that way soon. I'm sure. What else? Chile are trying to get. They had a caravel. It's not here anymore. They're sending a lot of melee units though. This may help out these riflemen. Probably gonna have to wait for them, and then Chile will take this, and then Argentina will probably attack Chile quite shortly after. Argentina have a settler, not doing anything with it, so that's great, isn't it? Who on Shayish has entered the industrial era. Gonna take a wild guess at that being the leader of the Tlingit, but it could be the Mapuche or the Corral as well. I have no idea who that is. Yay, what was his name? Shayik. No idea. How the mines are dead, and this guy just escaped, stole a car, and is now just driving it around, just like yeah, woo Mayans. Okay, Sacramento slowly getting there. I mean, the Sioux have a few planes that will be helping out, getting the job done. Let's see how effective. There is the infantry here ready. I mean, it's been a bit of a mess, the whole Sioux invading. They are now the biggest military power in the world. And they're getting there. They're probably going to take over all of California slowly. It's fine. The Tlingit looked like they were going to be killed by the Shoshone if they found a way through the mountains, but it seems they've held off now. The Tlingit are living in a very, very weird way. They're one of the Civs with a lot. Sometimes grammar just fails me. Outbreak in Tortuga. Well, that's going to finish off the pirates. That's them as good as done. But yeah, I was going to say the Tlingit aren't, like, in terms of number of cities, they're doing kind of okay. They're probably, out of the about 18 Civs left, they're probably in the top 10. Actually, that's probably over. They're not. They should be, but I don't know why they suck so much. Sorry, everyone that's rooting for them. I know it's a lot of you, but they do suck. Quite a bit. Oh, this is going to look even weirder when Chile has this border. Oh no. Oh, how? What are you doing, Chile? Also, these Chilean things, The Esquadra Nationals, are they melee units? They replacement for anything or not? No idea. Let me just do something quickly to make sure I don't lose track of the time. There we go. Okay. Yeah, there we go. We're all good. Don't want to end up making like an hour-long video. Well, I think I would notice if I did that. California have obviously... I don't know why they chose to settle here. I don't know. Californians, eh? You just don't know what they're doing, do they? With all their celebrities and other stuff. Oh, nope, they're nearly dead. This team, probably next turn. There we go. The Shoshone just grabbed the Pentagon. So we've got Shoshone with the Pentagon, the Sioux with the Kremlin, the Sioux being communist, the Shoshone autocratic. We've basically got Trump's America versus communist, the Soviet Union of this world. That's what's going on right now. It's the Cold War. Argentina is like the China. Are they the China? Yeah, they're the China. They're gonna come up eventually. Actually, I don't know if I think they might be falling from power, not growing in it. I have no idea. Maybe Samoa can be China. That late on are gonna come and challenge the Shoshone to be the new superpower once the Sioux falls away. It's my prediction. Jean Lafitte is in a Buccaneer Corsair. I take it that's their equivalent. And Francis Drake, even though wasn't Francis Drake an explorer? I don't know if he was a pirate. Maybe the names are randomly generated. I don't see no Jack Sparrow. Blackbeard. See, that's a real pirate name. Blackbeard. Oh my god, Chile. Chile spent about 40 turns attacking the city, and they finally got their riflemen over here, and they failed. Wait, since when? The Shoshone just one turn Toronto. Okay. I was like, when were the Shoshone and Canada at war? And then I saw they just declared it. Well, there we go. Canada have been officially kicked out of the Americas. They're the first Civ to be completely kicked off their home continent. The Sioux are sending some more settlers to go across the Atlantic, which is interesting. The Shoshone are sending... Oh, and Quebec's going to fall next turn too. Canada are going to be annihilated, completely down. Okay, maybe the game's heating up a little bit here. They will be left with just Charlottetown. I think that's how you say it. That's how it's spelt, so I'm going to go with that. And also, California just lost Sacramento to the Sioux, so they're starting to grow as well. Both of the powers in North America starting to come to life again. Although the Sioux have been taking cities out for a while. Shoshone have been very quiet since they took out Canada for the most part. Now they've finished them off, so they'll just be in Africa. Canadian, Nigeria. Sure, it's a great place. I mean, they held off that Australian invasion a little while ago, so we'll see how it goes this time. Don't see any other settlers. I saw those Sioux settlers. I don't think the Argentinian settler is left the mountains. No, it's still there. So yeah, it does look like for the moment no one else is heading to settle. Samoa, come on, you should be settling. You've got a lot of units out here. You definitely beat these guys in a war. Do it. Come on, there's got to be someone with a settler somewhere. Surely. Is there one, like, travelling across the sea? We saw Australia do it. Doesn't look like it. Nope. This is just showing everyone where the undesirable... Even the wonders are being left. Like this wonder here in Sri Lanka. Krakatoa. They're all just being left. There's no wonders in Europe, is there? There's not a single one. I know they will get moved around if you play on the Europe map, but nope, there's not a single wonder in Europe. Oh no, there's the Rock of Gibraltar. There we go. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I don't know how to word what I'm trying to say right now. Let's just ignore it. There is, but maybe not that there's not. There we go. Quebec, this tank's just got to drive around. Sure, they'll figure it out eventually, and they will have all of Europe, the Shoshone too. They'll be the only people in Europe, unless you count the Sioux, are going to be there probably soon. See where those Sioux settlers head. They've not even left the coast yet. Oh no, they're heading more north, towards Europe, maybe Britain. It's going to be interesting, a race between the Sioux and the Shoshone to colonise. That'd be a fantastic way to end this series. Okay, so Tortuga's lost its disease. It's passed it on to New York. Don't know how that works. Sound kind of like passing on an STD, I guess. Okay, let's see here. I think this is going to be the next city to fall. The Sioux go before Shoshone. Oh no, I lied. Let's see. They'd have to go around this way. Oh, they did it. Quebec has fallen. Quebec City. So Canada just down to a city in Africa. Poor Canada. Shoshone now. Looking pretty good in Europe with all of Canada's initial colonies. All these Canadian units are running home. Like, oh no. What else? Okay, so let's go see if the Sioux can do this next turn. If the Sioux can get rid of California, well, California will still be in San Diego. If they're just in San Diego, that might just tempt the Tlingit, who are somehow so far behind on technology. I don't know how, but it might just encourage these guys to attack San Diego. Maybe if they take that, then they'll start to settle a bit more. I have no idea how these guys are so far behind. They've got some okay cities. They shouldn't be this far behind. Okay, Mapuche versus Brazil. You're nowhere near them. Why? There we go. People with the pointiest sticks. There's a bit of an arms race. Sitting Bull ahead of Sioux, ahead of Shoshone. Argentina third. And then there's a long drop to Samoa, New Zealand, and the Kulin, who are all down there. Obviously, the Kulin actually... I think those numbers are a bit deceptive because the Kulin's technology is a little bit better. Just a little bit better. And Kulin? The Samoan technology is a little bit better than the Kulin's and New Zealand's. New Zealand and Kulin are a bit equal, but Kulin are probably a bit better off because they're obviously on Australia. New Zealand are a bit more spread out, obviously up to Southeast Asia too. But we'll see. See how it goes. Anything else going on? Doesn't look like it. Everywhere else pretty quiet. Let's just watch California get kicked out of California. Well, this isn't even really California, is it? I don't know how high up. No, I don't think this is a bit too high to be considered California. Too far north. Chinook have denounced the Sioux. Chinook, you're next on the Sioux's hit list. I wouldn't be doing that if I were you. There we go. The Sioux have taken Quatzamps. Take it, that's what that city's called. There we go, the west coast. And now the Sioux have obviously got a lot more access to the Pacific. They can do stuff out there too. They actually have privateers out here already. Quite a big Mapuche force here. They're making use of being able to put units both sides of the Panama Canal. Wait, have Argentina put down... No, there's still 4 citadels. I thought they'd put a 5th one down. I was like, dang, chill. Mapuche they don't want to mess with you. They don't want any bad stuff. Are you two... Wait, the Corral... Yep, Corral and Argentina are still fighting. The Corral... This is what I mean, like the Corral are probably on numbers not as good as the Tlingit, but technologically they're a lot better off than the Tlingit. So I don't know how that's actually worked, but there we go. Argentina power dropping troops in on suicide missions, even against riflemen. These paratroopers are struggling, being killed off, and that's I don't think you can just fly them straight back. Oh, maybe Argentina are going to colonize. They are sending the settler across the country. Okay, the Sioux pieced out with California. So California just up now, banished to Alaska. And New Zealand versus Australia. Let's see if anyone else joins in to finish off. Well, not finish them off. They're obviously here in sort of Congo. So they won't be fully dead, just mainly dead for the most part. The Sioux, you definitely... Yeah, it looks like the Sioux are heading for Britain with one of the settlers. And the other one's heading for Africa again. Doesn't matter. They're starting to look pretty strong out here, but they have no units, so they've got to be careful. Because the Shoshone do have some forces here, and they've got all their planes stored in Spain, which is kind of a good idea, I think. Not sure. It might not be. I mean, they have a few planes up here as well. But the Sioux don't have too many planes. They're down here. But the Sioux do have the Manhattan Project. So, who knows? Who's going to get the first nuke? That is always a big thing with Elizabeth Kilgroot, Edward Kenway. They don't sound like pirates I've heard of. There's still no Jack Sparrow. Samoa versus Canada. That's a bit random, Samoa. That is a bit random. I thought we were going to see you doing something cool. Maybe trigger a big war in Oceania. You could always join in. Pick off Australia. If you took Sydney, that'd be pretty good, Samoa. But New Zealand probably won't be able to do it. But, you know, just a thought. No more cities from New Zealand. It's Australia v Canada. Because Australia... Oh no, this does matter. Over here. Canada could get taken out, but this artillery should... last time it saved them. Should save them again this time round. Upcoming session. Enact banning of silk. Okay, no embargoes. Still, the only two nations to be embargoed are the Sioux and the Shoshone, and both got huge armies, so I don't know how they're probably just trading with each other like black market, you know, Sioux and Shoshone trading. I think they should be able to do that. If you get embargoed, you should be able to trade with other embargoed nations, because like no one's going to stop you trading with each other if you're both embargoed. If you're embargoed, you're not listening to the United Nations. You're like the North Korea of this world. Obviously in this game, I take it the Sioux and Shoshone are basically, the embargoment is basically the rest of the world saying, please don't have a nuclear war. Please. Take it that's what's going on. And they're letting Argentina do all the... These paratroopers realise they've been sent on a death mission here. They're just like, oh no, not good. Abort, but they can't. They're going to be killed by the corral. And their fishing boats. Their fishing huts, it seems here. This is like a shed on a plank of... It's like a shed on a door. A giant door. Just floating. No one in Hawaii yet? No new cities? Oh. This city is growing ridiculously quickly. Every time I look back, it's got another population in it. And also, that was something I noted at the end of last recording session that I wanted to bring up. Shoshone, their population dropped. I checked the info addicts after the video and it dropped. And I was like, what's going on here? This city was at 26 population. It's now at 18. I mean, they may not be the communists of this world, but they certainly are doing a good job at starving their own people up here in the Shoshone land. I don't know how. I mean, obviously it's all the snow. They probably just got too big. If you ask them what was happening, they'd obviously say people were just moving up north. See this big city here? Yeah, they moved there. I think realistically, they are starving. This city's lost 8 population since the start of last video. The Kulin, another nation to go autocracy. The 5th in this video. Samoa, Shoshone, Argentina have already gone that way. Freedom isn't having a good time. Although luckily, so far, they haven't had to have a revolution because most of the nations are pretty happy. If the Sioux can get rid of this, the occupied unhappiness, then that might help them out a bit as well. The Sioux have got a lot of units and a lot of mobile SAMs, so it's still so weird. These guys have got such different armies. Now they've both got infantry, but you know, one side has got rocket. Oh no, mobile SAMs appear on both sides now. That's fair enough. Hang on guys, give me 2 seconds. Sorry about that, there's some hoovering, so I thought I'd go shut some doors to make it less noisy. Hopefully that's better. But oh, the Sioux settled in Cornwall. So that's pretty good for them, I guess. Yankton AI. They might be running out of names, because there's Yankton here. Not sure how many names there is. I wonder is there a point when they do run out. Chile, yep, okay, so some of the middle tier civs of the game are starting to reach ideology levels. So Chile and the Kulin both just going autocratic. Australia pieced out with Brazil. That was short-lived. That was a very short war. There was a lot of Sioux workers all dying in the Sahara Desert. Probably like running out of water. Awful time. Awful migration going on over here. Where are you going? Are you going to go and join all these other cities? Wouldn't surprise me. They went and settled further down the Nile. They've found some. They've found. I don't know, but you know, rivers. They seem to like rivers. Most of their cities are next to rivers, so that's a lie. It looks over to the west where there's just no rivers at all. Maybe not, but maybe that. Okay, I've just lost all my trains of thought going downstairs to shut doors. It's not a good time. But there's nothing really going on at the moment. Australia, oh wait, New Zealand maybe killing Australia. Nope, they're failing. Australia have got a settler up. Maybe we'll see some colonization. Oh, Australia though could take Brisbane back. So you have more land units. This will be interesting. Samoa, come on, do something. Make it interesting. You've got aircraft carriers. And that's the first aircraft carrier we've seen this campaign. In all fairness, you've got another settler going across Sioux. This is good. We're starting to see the old world fill up ever so slowly. I doubt it'll be full at the end. I highly doubt that. But either way, it's pretty cool to see some people going. Argentina going. Yeah, Argentina are finally going. It looks like they might be going for South Africa maybe. I don't know where else they'd be going. wouldn't. They can't walk over the ice. I was gonna say if they settle here, but I don't think you can get there. Thank goodness for that, or I would be so triggered. I mean, Argentina, you need to be stepping up your game here. You need to do something, because you're not going to win, believe it or not. You're currently sort of settling for 3rd place. I mean, actually, I guess you're kind of settling for 2nd, because I think, I don't know, these two surely will fight at some point. There's no way the Sioux and Shoshone can stay at peace forever. I think we had a campaign like this before, quite recently on a world map, where there was 2 powers here and one took the other one out almost completely. I think the Shoshone die in that one, or it was after the series ended. I played on a bit further and then showed what happened, and I think one of them died. Maybe the Iroquois were big and killed the Shoshone. That was weird, because that game, the Shoshone were all basically where the Sioux is, and the Iroquois was where the Shoshone is. Very weird. But yeah, I think it was something like that. Or there was a more recent campaign, I think, Health and Plagues, where maybe, I don't know, the Sioux are usually pretty powerful. It might have been them killing the Iroquois or something like that, or vice versa. But yeah, that's probably what happened. It obviously wasn't the America, because, you know, they suck. And it probably wasn't California. Well, almost certainly wasn't California. The only good game I've seen from America is when I played as them. If you want to go watch an old cringy YouTube series, go check that one out. Me playing as America, Civ 5. Not as bad as the one I'd be playing Afghanistan, TSL. The worst thing was I was playing on the huge map as well. So yeah, it was like this whole map was probably like the size of maybe it's double the size of this map. Probably a good way of just actually that is huge. I don't know, but it was quite big. Like I had like 6 cities in this region and probably India as well. It was pretty big. Like here, you'd probably put 1 city here, but I think I had 3 in this sort of region. Of Afghanistan. What other series? I did Byzantium, didn't I? That was an interesting one. That was quite weird, but that was that is one of the I think that was the most viewed playlist for some reason. I don't know why. It was just something about that playlist that did really well. I don't know what it was, but in terms of the actual playlist, that did really well. It was very, very weird. But who else have I done? I did America after that. Then I did a China of 2014. I don't know if this is in order. I did the Congo in Africa. That was the highest difficulty I ever played, and I kind of died. I didn't die, but I wasn't doing too good. I think I was in a position like the Iroquois were. I was like 2nd, and the Sioux, the equivalent of the Sioux, I think it was Rhodesia, just ruined me. Brazil? Okay, no, it looked like they'd settled again, but nope. Argentina are making it to Africa. The Sioux are crossing the Sahara, and there's more another Sioux settler on the way. Just went, oh, there's an aircraft carrier from the Sioux. Another Sioux settler. Outbreaks ended. Not going to vote. Of course not. That would annoy everybody a lot if I voted on anything. Is there any... I don't know if that Australian settler... Australia have 2 settlers. They know they're going to die soon. But they may actually take Brisbane back. I think they will... They might. I don't know. Will the Gatling guns be enough? That is the biggest question ever. Shoshone... Are they going to hold on to this city forever? Like Argentina, come on. They're not going to get you this far away. You have a Lancer though, so I don't know if I can trust your AI's knowledge. You're definitely falling behind right now. The Sioux and Brazil peace out. I'm surprised they didn't take Brasilia in a peace deal. Argentina have landed in Africa. The Buccaneers are sending almost everything they have across the sea, except their pirate lords. I presume they're going to assemble 8 of them, and then they're going to win, of course, once they've got the pieces. Wait, isn't it like 9 pieces of 8? It's something random, isn't it? It's not 8 pieces of 8. I think it's 9, maybe 7. I don't think it's 8. Let me know. I know some of you have left me Pirates of the Caribbean inspired comments, so I'm sure somebody will know. Pieces of 8, but isn't... Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's 9. I don't know, but that sounds stupid, but I guess it's not, because mathematically you could divide 8 by 9, and then you've got 9 pieces of 8, but I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe it is 8, and I'm just being an idiot. How did you get in here? Is this? I bet the Sioux gave them open borders, and then they got through, and then they just cancelled it, and now they're gonna die here. Wasn't there a Kimberley unit that was stuck in there? Is it dead now? Did it escape from the Black Sea? It wouldn't have made it too far. Oh, Argentina, very creative. Just go and settle. First point of land you reach. That is not the worst idea. I mean, it's what we did in real life, real humans. So for a computer AI to do, oh, they're in. Oh wait, they have 2 settlers. I was bashing on them quite hard, but good job, Argentina. New Zealand going autocratic. Yeah, everyone's going to go autocratic now. Well, it's starting to heat up in the colonization race now as the wars have died down a bit. Argentina also sort of in Angola region of the world. This might trigger an Argentina-Shoshone war. I'm sure it's worth losing this city. That might be smart. If the Shoshone attack Argentina to take this city, then that's pretty smart, because then Argentina could take this bigger city in South America, and it'll pretty much be a straight trade, which would be good. Shoshone are sending units slowly to help out. New Zealand, what's going on in Australia? Brisbane might fall, but Australia will probably peace out before it does fall. That's what we know. That's what we know AI like to do. They do have 3 settlers. If they can squeeze them all out beyond this privateer, which they probably won't. And New Zealand have got their unique unit, the Anzac. No idea what that is, but they've got it. If they can get those 3 settlers into Africa, that'll be pretty good. Africa will start to really look quite full, especially if Argentina comes settle down here somewhere. There is a lot of units now starting to cross the sea. The Sioux with the settlers still coming, and they've got another one there. And another one. Let's see. Yeah, the world, it's going to start to fill up, but the Pacific is still empty as far as settlers go. Don't see anybody sending anything across the sea. This city stopped growing. I think they've run out of food. Let's see. Yeah, there's nothing crossing the Pacific anymore. There is a lot of Samoa's military though heading over this way. I don't know exactly what for. This is huge. Where are you sending this, Samoa? I don't understand. If they attack the Sioux and take this city, that would be pretty incredible. But I don't know where else it could be going, because if not, it's got to go all the way around. Don't know exactly what Samoa's doing here, but they do have Japan, so I'm going to let them off, because, you know, they never know when they're going to get nuked. The Sioux are just going to fly. Oh no, we said the Shoshone is the USA. Wait, are you? You're not at war. Who's? Oh, the Mapuche was doing this. I was going to say, who's attacking the Chinook? It was the Mapuche. Plenty of people have tried to kill the Chinook. They've all failed. I was saying people were migrating up here. 3 of them have died. Population's dropped by 3 since I made that comment. Obviously they've moved. That's what the autocratic propaganda will tell you. Oh, the Buccaneers are declaring war on the Canadian. They're going all out here, Buccaneers. They're just like, okay, this is not safe. We're going to die soon. Let's pick on someone. So there they are. They're going to try. This artillery could probably one-shot their boats, but you know, it is what it is. As we always say nowadays, it is what it is. The AI will do what it wants to do. And there we go. Australia took back Brisbane. New Zealand, you are losing a war to Australia. I mean, that is embarrassing. In the real world, I wouldn't probably roast you or anything for that, but this is terrible. Come on. The Shoshone finally completing the Manhattan Project. As far as I'm aware, the Sioux don't have any nukes yet. They only have fighters anyway. They don't even have bombers. They do have a bomber. It was on a carrier. I have no idea where that carrier is, but they did have one just a minute ago. It's disappeared. Where on earth has it gone? It was right there. No idea. Maybe it's inside a city. No, I have no idea where it's gone. We've lost it. It's probably right in front of me somewhere, but no nukes as far as I'm aware from either side. This is when Argentina just have got like 7 nuclear missiles, and I've just been completely ignoring them. Tlingit. Let's see. Have you got anything? No, you're still on Galeases. That isn't great. I want to see. I reckon they are the furthest behind on tech of everyone that's still alive. I have a feeling. Songhai, Iroquois dead. Aztecs, Texas, Inca, America, Chinook. Oh no, Chinook 41. Then it's the Tlingit and Buccaneers on 42. But the Buccaneers have got good stuff. Like they do, I don't know if they have frigates, but they have pirates. So what do they need frigates for, right? New Zealand have peaced out with Australia. If they had given anything away, oh my goodness, they didn't give anything away. Thank goodness for that. Samoa, what on earth is this fleet for? Like, I mean, there's no coastal cities here. I don't know exactly what you're doing. Oh, the Kulin are gonna pick up on Australia here and probably end up taking Brisbane while it's still recovering, which is very smart. Yep, I think Australia are dead here. Bye-bye, Australia. 1993. Rest in peace, Australia. RIP in the comment section. And that will confuse me again when this video... I'll be on holiday, I think, when this video comes out, and I'll just be sat there. If I get any free Wi-Fi somewhere, just checking my phone, like, why is everyone saying rest in peace? And then I'll be like, oh yeah, those Australians have died. Sad times. Not really. We're not going to miss them. They're not going to be missed. They've had a terrible game. And this shows you the Australian AI isn't too good. Like, normally, I give them a free pass to do well because I leave them on their own in Australia. And they can have the rest of the world to do whatever they want. Obviously, this is the weird looking map. Normally, I say it's weird, but this Europe, obviously Europe is more realistic in this. But at the same time, Europe would be no fun if it looked like this. You know, come on. So, that is why I use the weird looking map sometimes. But I think that weird looking map makes it so much more interesting. I don't know if you guys agree, but you know, the Europeans actually have a chance when we use that big map. Not much of one. I don't think they've ever won a world game. It's almost always North America that produces the winner in those games. And then Asia and Africa almost... Actually, saying that, Africa usually produces a winner as well. Congo or Zulu. In particular, the Songhai are always a strong AI too. They usually really explode in the late game and then get picked off by whoever it is, Congo or Zulu, who's strong down below. Yep, Australia are gone. Just see, this is the Kulin's turn. Brisbane should fall. Yep, Brisbane has already fallen. New Zealand lost it. Now it's in the hands of the Kulin. Maybe the Kulin could unify Australia under one nation, but I think getting rid of Samoa will be difficult. Samoa will be able to... I'm surprised Samoa haven't attacked New Zealand to get them off of Guinea. That would be a good place to start. But that is going to be it for this video. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, comment, maybe even subscribe. Wow, it's turned 414. I don't know when we're going to end this. We're going to keep going for a little while, of course. At least 450. Probably turn 500. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.